So these are the instructions for the monster genetics labs. Now, we've been learning about different patterns of inheritance, and so today in this lab, you're going to investigate how a combination of these genes work together to create a new monster organism. So part one, procedures, you're going to flip a coin twice to determine the genotype. If you land heads, you'll get allele 1. If you land tails, you'll get allele 2. So here I have a coin, and I'm going to flip it, or actually in this case, I'm just going to spin it. And my first one is tails. So my first genotype is tails, so I'm going to put a little e there, and then I have to do that again and see what I get the second time. Okay. And this time I got heads, so I'm going to be big E, little e. And if I'm big E, then that means that the E is dominant, and so I'm going to have 2 small i's here. And you're going to do that for the rest of them. Now, there are some that you haven't run across yet, such as incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance means that if you get one of each, that means they're going to blend together. So if you get red and white, then that would be pink. The other one that you don't really know yet is codominant. Codominant means that you're going to be a combination of both. So if you get green and blue, then your phenotype would be blue-green. So it actually mixes and it's like more like a speckled almost kind of color. So then you're going to flip the coin to figure out the genotype for the female monster. And then in part 2, the female monster is up above, and it's married to a male monster, which its genotype and its phenotype have already been determined for you. What you need to do is you need to fill in the missing genetic information and once you know the mom and the dad's genotype, what you need to do is you need to create a Punnett squared to predict which traits would result from a cross between the mom and the dad. Now, you don't have to do Punnett squares for every single one. You only need to do Punnett squares for these. So you only need to do a Punnett squares for eyes. So what percent of offspring will have only one eye? So you take the mom's genotype and you take the dad's genotype and you put it here and you figure out the cross. And so after you do the Punnett square, then you should know what percentage of offspring will have only one eye. Okay. At the very end of this, what I would like for you to do is take out a blank piece of paper, and I want you to draw and color one of the monsters. You can either draw and color the mom, you can draw and color the dad, or you could draw and color the offspring.